Don't even. I'll do it. I'll follow myself. I'll follow myself back. Just hand me your phone.
Yeah, don't sit on your ass, bro. Always ask the question.
All right. What up, world? It's your boy Ace Boogie.
And it's your host, Ace Boogie.
What kind of shit?
Same people.
Get out our business.
Yo, so check me out. We got a special guest in the building today. You know what I'm saying? You guys seen him on the internet. You guys seen him at Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club. You see him on the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying?
I just watched Cancel Court with my man.
Cancel Court.
I was just
you know
watching Cancel Court.
And he brought his best friend. Is your best friend in the whole wide world?
Bum, 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 bum.
You notice he didn't say nothing when you said that.
I know. Hold on.
Had to shoot my shot.
When niggas start shooting, he ain't supposed to keep talking. I was about to duck.
Who we got, brother?
Yo, y'all introduce yourselves.
Hey, man, it's your boy Ryan Davis. And with me, I got my guy, man, comedian extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. T Springs.
What's going on? Happy to be here. Very happy to be here.
How you doing? First, what brings y'all to San Antonio?
Thick women.
You right? Okay.
So you agree with Charles Barkley, or what side are you on here?
What do you mean, Charles Barkley? What did Charles? She always saying something.
What did Chuck say?
Well, Chuck has this long-term thing with San Antonio as being the best city.
He said that we was fat. He just said that our women are fat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's got Cheerios.
You been here?
I mean, he ain't lying.
From what I've seen,
two-thirds of Americans are overweight.
This is true.
And it's more people in Texas. Therefore,
bam.
Texas is fat.
It's just Texas is fat, nigga.
Like, pain's big in Texas.
Yeah, but with overweight comes fat asses. So
this is true.
Bring your ass to Texas if you like asses.
Hey.
There's a lot of gravy out here.
All right, so I'm gonna say one word. One word, right? Y'all gotta tell me what memories this brings back for y'all. Now, if I say it wrong, y'all can correct me because y'all don't know.
Ryan, you go first every time.
Okay.
Catharius Arms Apartments.
Cabarrus Arms. That's where we're from. That's where I met. We've been friends since I was 4 years old.
Man.
Yeah, man. That's where we grew up. This nigga, man, that's all the memories, nigga.
This nigga did his history right there. Like my eyebrows went up.
Yeah, I ain't expect that.
What's
shit.
it called? Cabarrus
Arms.
I said a whole different name.
He said, you know a nigga named Contrarius Arms?
Contreras.
I was like, nah, I don't know that nigga. But there was a neighborhood.
That nigga invented the cuckoo clock.
So I mean, when we say go back, we talking about like jumping on the mattress outside, the mattress outside, doing backflips. You know
every scar on my legs was gotten in that neighborhood.
God damn.
Yeah, every permanent.
We come from an era like we're 80s babies, so like people they can't understand it, and it just blows people's mind that they can come to a show of ours and see how good we are at the craft of stand-up comedy. And they automatically think that we were just like put together by some agents or some fucking managers that was like, y'all should go out in the world together. But we actually grew up together. We got family in common that still don't make us family.
Yeah, me and him aren't cousins, but we got cousins.
And we got uncles that's like we still call uncle, but that nigga ain't no kin to neither one of us, but he our uncle. Right. You know what I mean? So like we that far back, and where we come from, it's a neighborhood. It's its own neighborhood inside of a town, and then we also got NFL drafted players that come from that neighborhood. We have scholars. We have people that went on to do well come out of that neighborhood, and it's strictly off of the fact that we grew up as family. Mm-hmm. You know, like every day after school, if school was in, we would find each other and find something to do, even if that was climbing trees, climbing buildings, running through the woods, you know, different things that we were always thought that now that it's fun, but now we think back on it like we was really threatening our lives.
Who was a horrible friend? Cause we grew up together. He was a horrible friend.
We 20 years.
Are you talking about between me and him?
Yeah, who's the bad
one? No horrible, because we wouldn't be here today.
No.
Oh no, not horrible. Not horrible as far as I'm talking about. Like he was always into the shit.
We were both nice.
We was compatible.
Y'all were compatible.
We were intellect.
Yeah. It was totally opposite in the sense.
Yeah,
he was horrible.
Shout out to Jamel.
that would be the one that you'd be like, man, this nigga just don't get it.
Yeah, that nigga was wild.
You know what? I'm gonna be
he was wild.
That nigga was wild.
He just didn't get it.
Like this nigga would want to start a fight with, like me and Jamel really could fight around 10 a.m., 11 a.m. and then end up having a sleepover the later that same night. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just destructive and what we called then, and we learned this word, mannish.
Yeah. So all of your first pretty much was together, pretty much.
Yeah, well,
it just depends, man.
Like elementary school, all that stuff. And what's crazy is we went to different elementary school, but stayed in the building across from each other.
Yeah.
And the reason why is my family just wanted me to go up to another school.
Yeah. Like, I think everybody in our neighborhood was supposed to go to Woodrow.
No, I think everybody's supposed to go to Shady Brook. They don't want
Shady Brook.
They was the only one that sent the bus.
Yeah.
So that let me know that's the school we supposed to go to.
But he went to another elementary school. My parents drove me to another elementary school.
And then the other kids went to the primary school. And the reason was is both of our parents wanted different for us. Like, those kids, they were rotten. You know, the households that they were in and stuff like that, and they wanted to. They knew that they need to isolate us for us to really dive in on our education, which hence the fact where we're at now in our 30s and we're highly intellectual, and like me and this guy watch Jeopardy and competes. You get what I'm saying? So like, it's not a coincidence. It's no luck that we've made it to where we've come from.
I used to feel bad that my mother would do that.
I did too. I was pissed off at my mom.
Like, make y'all watch Jeopardy?
No.
But
she tore me away from my friends.
Yeah, we grew up in the hood, but I didn't
3
go. I didn't go to school
with my friends.
In the neighborhood.
I remember I had a big resentment.
And I always say just the same thing. Like, with all joking aside, I always say that subconsciously, because it's been my friend for 20 plus years since we was like 13, and again, now we in our 30s. But exactly what you're saying, I always tell people, like, subconsciously and indirectly, he was saving my life, because it's the same thing. I'm living in the projects.
Yes.
And everybody that I'm hanging with every day, we doing project stuff. We either breaking into houses, we doing whatever. So he don't stay in my hood. So when I'm hanging with him, it's giving me a chance to not be there.
Yeah, you're putting boundaries on yourself.
You get what I'm saying? And come to find out, we started hanging with each other 20 plus years, never been shot, never been in a shootout. You know, intellectual, we enjoy the finer things.
Yeah, so without even putting no effort for it, it was by him being himself, it made you see what was possible. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. During our age group, there's like a 3 or 4 year age
bad
group.
for the bad friend, my nigga.
Right.
Sound like you might have been the.
Hey, you know what? Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. Although truth be told, yes, horrible. Like, I'm in and out of juvenile. All of the first that has something to do with being an adult was with he starting like having sex, smoking. Even though I'm bad, he doing everything that an adult would do. Like, damn, you about to smoke that? I'm about to smoke. He was. You about to have sex? I'm about to have some sex. I'm like, oh, you about to eat her? I'm about to eat it.
He was responsibly horrible.
He was responsibly horrible. So that's why I asked you with all your firsts, because all of my firsts, even though I was from the project,
the difference with us.
Even though I was from the projects, I still wasn't doing that. He in the suburb, not in the suburb, but he in a more structured, and he
and the thing with
all of it.
I'm 2 grade levels ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I start middle school. When I start middle school, it's the last year that his family lived in that projects. So they was blessed enough to be able to move into a home.
You got a great ass memory, nigga.
It was unfathomable. I knew it because me and Keith was in school for like 1 year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So like, I'm like, damn, that's crazy how blessed they are to be able to move into a home. Like, where we stayed in the project, you couldn't have no trampoline. You know what I'm saying? Like, that now that's going to be the neighborhood's trampoline. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So like, when they're moving into a home and maybe 10 or 15 minutes away from where we stayed, it was like actually felt like they were moving out of state.
Right.
So the connection during the time when you don't have the internet wasn't what it was. We didn't have cell phones at 9 years old like kids do these days. The connection was faded during that time. So it was like we still knew of each other. We still could hear of each other. We still had that family bonding.
Or if we saw each other at the team club, nigga.
Yeah, it was still greeted as love. You get what I'm saying? So it was always still there until later on in life he, started embarking on his comedy career and stuff like that. And during that time of separation, I had become more of a popular figure in our hometown with hosting parties.
He more popular than me at home. I'm his homeboy.
Like, like when we go back home, people be like, "Hey, man, they look. He's little dog."
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like, by establishing that,
like by a lot. Like by a lot.
Yeah, like people like, "What's up, man? That's your man." He grew up. He from here. Like I'm like, yeah, and they like, we still go through that. So like when we go back home, that's what it is. But like growing up during that era, when he started doing his comedy, because he started doing his stuff first. You know what I mean? He was making videos. He was trying to figure out how to do it and started doing stand-up. And he was smart enough to reach out to not only me, but a host of other people. I remember you tagged us all in one thing, and he was like looking for this engine that could drive his car. Like, I'm the car, I'm the talent, but I want to put people around me that do production, that films, that knows the business side of things, that can put people in a building, that knows how to secure buildings, that knows contracts. And he tagged a lot of people in it. He tagged me in it because I already was doing parties. I was already buying out venues. I was already getting 200 to 300 people to come to a party without even booking like a big act. It was just me. So when we started talking about this, man, we started putting together, you know what, instead of you having to go to the comedy club and them getting paid and them taking the door and you got 20, 25 people to come see you, but they paying them to see you, let's do this here where we're from, because there's nothing to do here. And he was genius enough to come up with that, and he named it finally something to do in Concord, which is his home city, and that kind of like, it shined a light on us that wasn't on us. And we knew then that we could do this alone. Like, bro, if we tag team this and we build this the right way, me being unselfish, allowing you to be the talent, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to just do whatever needs to be done for this to go. And by us having that kind of understanding with each other and the prior love that we had as family already, it was able for this to become what it is today that y'all see. So when people see this, they be like, damn, man, that's crazy. Y'all got this fucking, you know, like this camaraderie. And I'm like, nigga, it's...
Now, is that how you, because I know you're saying you was throwing parties and shit like that, and now you're doing stand-up as well,
yes.
Right? Is that how you jumped into stand-up?
Well, back at home, I was already class clown.
He the
like,
funny friend. That's the thing.
Like,
I'm not considered the funny friend.
He's more of an introvert. I'm more of like, hey, everybody, look at me. What's up? What y'all got going on? Right, what we doing today?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, when he came to me with the business side of it, I'm just conscious enough not to be like, well, I'm going to jump in it too. Let's do this. No, because if I try to do too many things, it's not going to work. You get what I'm saying? Let's do this first. Let's throw these cookouts and sell these T-shirts so you can go to L.A.
Yeah.
Not so I can get on the plane with you. Yeah. Let's send you. You get what I'm saying? Because I know whatever happens with you is going to come back, and we're going to be somewhere doing the RadioActive podcast together in San Antonio in 2022.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I can understand that type of mindset, and it takes a strong person to do that, but even stronger person to allow somebody to do that for them. So it's a lot of times where he has to understand it's okay to allow another man, a grown man, to help me. See, a lot of people not that way. I got this. I do this myself. I'm self-made.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But nah, I mean, like, what's wrong with help?
Team, nigga.
Always takes a team.
I mean, how did you take it when you seen that he was kind of like sacrificing in a sense to make sure
it didn't bother me? The thing is, it bothered people around us more than anything. It was weird. Niggas thought he was leeching.
And he helping.
He doing the heavy lifting.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
He ain't even just helping. The nigga is doing the most.
And the crazy part is when people, and I understand that when people look from the outside looking in and they see someone that's around you, just because you're, for hypothetically, they see AC all the time and then they see me around AC, not knowing. And this is not true, but just see me in the background and look like, oh, he just AC friend, not knowing like, shit, nigga, I'm making it possible so you can see AC. But it looks like I'm leeching. Yeah. I'm just around. So it's like, that's what it is. But you get what I understand totally.
And it's like, man, he always, and then I'll let him speak for the situation. He's doing that because I don't like to be bothered or whatever, right? And then they'll see that as, man, look at him trying to run the show. No, Ryan wants him to run the show.
Right.
I mean, I would rather be the asshole.
Yeah, he'd rather be
like,
the asshole to be.
He's very much entrenched in the industry, and it matters what he says. I tell him all the time that the power of the tongue is heavier than the sword. You know, so like when we go places and we've already pre-discussed, hey, when we go in here, we're going to beeline straight to the section like we had at a nightclub, right? So I'll be in a situation where I'm kind of moving the crowd. We go in here. I already know that at this moment, these 2 minutes, he don't want to be bothered. So that's a fan. They don't know no better, and they just jumping out there. Hey, man, what's up, man? I enjoy it. I'd rather be the guy like, hey, excuse me, sir. Let's get to our section. Let's get out. Instead of him having to do that, and then the headline is Ryan Davis is an asshole.
I understand.
I'd rather be an asshole. You know, that guy that's with Ryan Davis. But I also, on the back end of that, have to be conscious of the fact that when I'm out, I am a representation of him and his brand. So some of the nigga shit that I would rather be on, some of the more gangster street shit that I would rather be on, I kind of like calm down. He'll see that happening.
Because the headline will be Ryan's homeboy.
Right. It ain't going to be Teespring.
And then he look like who you hang around.
Yeah, they were like, Ryan Davis was involved in a...
No,
just
Ryan
you were
had
there.
nothing to do with me slapping the shit out of this nigga for being what he was on. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's the headline.
So I have to, a lot of times I have to
So he got to not
myself.
slap this nigga. So,
Don't slap him, let him make it.
because the headline will be me. And it's just... And you want somebody like that in your group.
yeah.
Why would you not want it? So it's just like, this is proven to work. This works. So, you know, the only downside to our situation is this nigga's really talented. So he's probably not going to be able to be in this place.
That was a big hurdle. Because when he was afforded a tour off his videos and stuff like that, which also I was around for and nobody knew that, and I didn't care to explain it. You know, like I've never been one to try to explain it. When he was afforded a tour, and at the time I only had maybe 8 months of comedy stand-up wise on stage, but I was good because I took time before I got on stage to learn from him and others. I watched them move. I learned the importance of doing time and the importance of where you're standing on stage, you know, and all of that, right? So when I went on to doing what I was doing, I was better than what a normal amateur would be. So now I'm afforded to go on tour with him, and I'm only doing 5 to 10 minutes, right? But everybody's looking at that and saying to themselves, he's only there because of Ryan's homeboy. Yeah, damn right I am. Because I was here for the last 2 years putting in the work for this to be afforded to us. So I'm going to take advantage of it, knowing damn well that I've jumped the line on a lot of people, but I'm also going to respect it. I'm going to respect the craft of comedy. I'm going to do it the right way. I'm not going to take any shortcuts. Right. So when I come back home, when I go to these cities where people have all of these things to say and these opinions, and I perform, they're going to leave out knowing like, well, damn.
Yeah, and
he's
besides
pretty good.
This, man, he's probably the Kanye to my Jay-Z. He not Memphis Bleak.
No.
That's what niggas need
I
to
swear I was going to
understand.
be like, and the crazy part is, let me just tell you, earlier I was going to be like, when you was like, I skipped a lot of stuff, I was gonna like, oh, so Memphis Bleak, he ain't never got to work a day in his life. But it's just, I didn't say it, but then for
but that's what it is.
But
that's how some people look at it. And it's just like, nah. When it's all said and done, he'll probably have the same accolades, the same everything, because it's just up to him to put the work in to get that. But as far as the talent goes, I know that, you know, I gotta appreciate where we are together right now, the moments that we having today, right. Because this isn't always going to be the case.
Right. Yeah. Right. I get off stage a lot of times, and I
introduce him,
like as he's walking on stage and I'm walking off, and he's giving me that like, okay, nigga, I see you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like, okay, you gonna make me work.
We've never seen a line for people to take pictures with the opening act. They're like, that's stupid. I've never seen that before.
And y'all doing the same thing tonight, right?
Yeah, we have one show tonight as well.
I want to ask this about stand-up because I know is it the same jokes? Like, so like when you go on tour, you know, like if you rapping, we could do the same songs. If we stop, these motherfuckers could sing.
Well, the difference in that is that you have hits, right? In music, you have hits that you know. I'm gonna say Jeezy, right? Like he has to do Air Forces. If he's in a concert mode, right? Because you have lifelong fans that want to hear that, and it never gets watered down to them. Right. But in comedy, the difference is if Eddie Murphy comes back out with a special and he do the ice cream cone joke, it's like, nigga. You already said we know that by heart. Like, don't do that.
And
so for a lot of what you see is with comics,
you know already.
We kind of travel with something that we're willing to do for now until we shoot a special, and that's where Ryan is right now. And once he shoots that special, he may travel for a month or two while that special is being edited and put together and documented and put out.
Once that come out,
you have to trash that whole hour.
It's gone.
And have another
you can't
hour
say that
prepared.
shit again.
Never.
That's
can say
why
that
you only
again.
see Dave, Chris Rocks of the world. You only see him yearly or something like that, far as actually putting something on Netflix, because once it's out there, he has to go back in the lab and recook.
Is that why they say don't
record my shit?
Okay, because the motherfucker. Okay.
Not only that, you got joke thieves.
Yeah,
which is
motherfuckers
the
is
numero
steal.
uno
I got a
thing.
joke for y'all right now, bro. You got to
come on with it. A lot of people do this. Be good.
Be good. Be good. Be funny.
Please
I got
be good.
you. I got
of people do
this.
this.
I got a little sense of humor. I'm not a comedian.
We met a old couple on the
he
elevator
hit us with one.
that hit us with one that was good.
I got one.
All right,
somebody tried to sit there and say, oh, somebody already told the joke, but they didn't. All right, now I'm not a joke teller. I'm just giving you. The
well,
premise.
you shouldn't start off like that. Never start off like that.
Oh, I don't want to be a joke teller.
No, don't tell us that you're not good. Just tell the joke.
Now I'm going to be expecting you not to be good.
Because now I expect it to be trash.
Oh, well, me, I like to kind of dumb it down.
No, don't.
Here we go. Peep this. All right, so if you could borrow your homeboy dick. I know it sounds crazy. Listen, like if dicks was detachable and like, okay, I could borrow it, like leave your dick here type shit. I know it's just put the premise around it. So, right, I borrow AC. They're like, oh, it's attached. Hey, Bram, let me use your dick one day, bro. Fuck this bitch. She like the size of your dick. Your dick bigger than mine. And then he bring his dick back. I bring his dick back, but
y'all are awfully comfortable with each other.
I done got anybody. Just if they was detachable, if you could buy dicks, right?
Right.
And I brought this nigga dick back with syphilis or some shit. Or I got this bitch pregnant with
baby,
his
it
dick.
wasn't me, baby.
Now he
it
in
wasn't
fucking
me.
child support court, and he got to explain to the judge the word, bro. Yes, it's my baby, but like I let him use my dick. Come on, bro.
So
I'm not
you don't have a joke. You have like a premise.
A premise, yeah.
Yeah, but, okay.
And you can make that work.
I was expecting a joke.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a joke.
So you were just
the premise.
speaking on the fact of a world that exists where we as men all had detachable dicks.
We have detachable dicks, and then you
Yeah,
use
my
this shit,
first
and then
thought
like,
was-
damn, bro. I got this bitch
wait,
pregnant.
My first joke of that is how comfortable are you with your nigga?
So let's not use it with
'cause this is
foreign dick.
and this is another thing. Let's say you want to fuck the girl. She flake on you.
Now you gotta give him back blue ball.
Yeah, now do you give your boy back a blue balls dick?
Or do you jack your
Or
boy
do you
dick
jack
out?
off?
You feel me? There's so many shit you can say with this joke.
Because if you jack off,
Did
nigga,
you
that's
jack it?
gay.
That's gay.
That's gay. And then you use his dick, and then you and your girl come and ask his girl, hey, can we borrow the dick tonight? Because she like the way his dick feel.
Or you can buy the dick. You can buy the dick and get flaked on it. Now you're trying to return it.
Now you're trying to return the dick.
Or get repoed, and then
Now you ain't got no
Now
dick.
you
Or
ain't
you
got
got to
no
pawn
dick.
your
You
dick.
don't make the payments on
Oh,
the
you
dick.
make the
And you gotta hide the dick.
Bro.
Or the
I
dick
just wear
done
my
got-
dick for a little bit.
Or no,
They arrest you, pull down the pants. I told you I ain't got no dick, man.
Listen,
I ain't even got it on me.
Or the dick done got repoed. Now the girl's ready, but I ain't got no dick.
I ain't got no dick.
Nah, you got a dick. You just ain't got the dick you sent to pull the pictures
No, I ain't even got
of.
my other dick back.
You wouldn't have got your
You
white
took
homeboy
pictures
dick.
of you took pictures of the other
good one,
dick.
yeah.
Now you got yours.
Then you got your dick.
But the question is, would you let him borrow your dick?
No.
No.
No, this the question though, because I asked a comedian. I said, bro, again, just a premise. I don't know how to set up a joke and bing. I don't know how to do that shit. I don't know how to structure it. You can work with that, bro.
This is the
That's a
thing.
good premise.
You can work with
Let's
that.
say I fucked the girl with his dick and she love it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not coming to ask this nigga
To borrow his
3
dick
times
again.
a week for my dick.
brother. Hey,
And
brother.
he's saying
Come
no,
on.
and you like,
Come
bro,
on.
quit acting like
Come
that.
on, bro.
Now you gotta go
need
home and
you.
act like you got a stomach ache.
I ain't talking. Yeah.
Now you gotta go home like, baby, I ain't feeling.
I ain't even
tonight.
feeling it tonight.
Shit.
That's a good premise,
That's a
bro.
good
One
premise.
comedian
Yeah.
told me, no, I already heard somebody say a joke like that.
Won't you keep it for yourself, man? Don't share it, and that's the reason why we don't record.
Oh shit,
Because niggas steal jokes.
I rap. I don't know how to.
But this is the
gotta-
thing.
yeah.
Let's say a nigga did think of something like that. Everything it's hard to think of something that ain't never been thought of.
Right.
What makes it yours is making it yours. If you ain't never seen the person do it,
Ever.
right? And you come up with all these ideas, like we just shot all this shit, bounced all this shit off the wall. If you go to stage with it, it's probably not going to sound anything like the other person's joke.
Yeah, because it's your own perspective.
Y'all just thought of the same premise, which most people can do because everybody lives in the same world.
On
We have
Earth.
we have these
Like we're
similar
talking about a different
experiences.
water or some shit.
Yeah. Now, if you got a joke about a mysterious planet that you done made up this group of people and made up a language, and then you do it on stage, and somebody does the exact same shit, you be like, nigga, in what
Right.
world
Let
did
me
you
ask you
think of
this.
that too?
Does that work? Is that funny?
No, it could.
could be funny, right?
Everything
is
could be.
funny.
That's funny in
Everything.
everything. That's what when I say respecting the craft
everything-
of what we do. I sometimes don't watch specials and stuff like that because I don't ever want that to like creep into my brain. Just like sometimes
Came to the show. I don't know which set I did in front of y'all, but I know it's one part I do in every. I kill a baby in every show.
I killed my grandmother.
Yeah, nigga.
I talk shit
murder.
about being a stepdad.
No,
I've done that
kill
joke
a
in front of my
kid.
stepson.
I like harsh comedy.
I make
don't like
fun
the
of a
white- I
nigga
like
whose
harsh
mama
comedy.
committed suicide.
I like that type of
You
shit.
can find the funny in everything.
And,
I like
and
that
it makes
type
the
of shit.
entire audience laugh, nigga.
Because we figured out the psychological way of doing it.
Yeah, there's things in like, I love making people laugh at the shit. They go, ain't no way you gonna make niggas laugh at that. Really?
Right.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge
I thought we were
accepted.
playing like a question game. Then you have like some questions and we supposed to be like.
Yeah, it was one word, and then
All
we
you
say
had was
what the
Cabarrus
memories.
That's all he had was
And we went all the way down
Cabarrus
Son's apartment.
That's all he had.
You didn't have any more?
See, first of all, I did some research. This is how you gonna do me?
No, that was great. No, that was great. I'm not down to you.
I'm gonna tell you. You want to hear a crazy story?
Good. It was so good that I was looking for another one.
So my dad,
I got him.
My dad's really country, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had a pet ferret in the hood.
Ferret.
A pet ferret, a hood ferret.
A ferret. My
They had
dad
a
had
hood
a
ferret.
In a cage, nigga. I'm not going back over there. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I
Remember
didn't
that ferret
even
we
know.
seen that Stroop Ball buddy thing? And I'm like, what the fuck? That's a ferret, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a ferret in the hood.
Wasn't he
Yeah,
supposed to
nah.
have pets?
Wasn't he supposed to have
But
pets
you
in
ain't
the
just
building?
get a cat or a dog. These niggas
Got
Nigga,
a
we
ferret.
was in
They
the
got something
hood.
with a
exotic.
leash.
We
With
were
a leash.
We were in the hood. You wasn't supposed to have pets. Nigga, we had a ferret, a parrot. We had fish. We had dogs.
That's why you like them little candies, nigga.
Nah, nigga.
Them
My
little
butter was,
candies.
but it wasn't because it was some upper echelon type shit. My dad was just country. Nigga
I'm
was
from the
just
hood where
country as
anybody that
shit.
got something new, we think you rich. Like if you would have came to my hood with a ferret, we'd like, oh, you
listen,
rich.
it's a thing. Like his
We
pets
wasn't.
seemed like they just got it from somebody else.
Yeah, nigga.
It didn't seem like they just
Went
like,
to the pet store,
yeah, it was
nigga.
like,
Oh, you picked this a straight.
Somebody died and
it
they
was
pet
like,
was
y'all
still
want
alive.
this? Y'all want this pet?
And they said, yeah, we'll take it.
Niggas
Yeah.
had a ferret.
Ain't got no
Yeah.
food for her, feed
Yeah,
them
my
fucking
mom
bread
is
and
the
shit.
bougier of the two, and she hated all that shit. Hated all that shit. I think we had a lizard, nigga. We had. My dad is just. I saw my dad try to cook a rabbit, kill a rabbit and cook it. Saw this nigga kill a turkey and wanted to pluck it and stuff it and everything for Thanksgiving.
hell no.
Just
You
country
ever
and
done that
shit.
before?
Just country.
You ever cracked chicken
Nope.
neck before? And
Nope.
I watched him crack the turkey's
and
neck
shit?
and watch it run around with its head pulled off. It was crazy. I was like, this nigga's wild, Joe.
I don't know if I don't know if I could kill it. Then I'm not a big fan of death, so I don't know if
I didn't know you
I
could
could
kill
kill
I
it.
can
and
eat
then
I
turkey.
didn't- I
I
didn't
don't
eat
want to
it.
be in a process of
I don't want to. Y'all don't want to see
from
that.
ground to plate. I don't want to.
yeah.
I didn't
I
know
don't
that
want
us
that.
as human beings were that strong that we could pull their heads straight off their neck.
No, we got thumbs, nigga.
Yeah,
you feel me?
thumbs changed
A
the
lot of
game. Yeah.
all right, so check me out.
That's a murderer.
I got another.
Here
one
we go.
for you.
Here we go. My nigga Ace, he got us.
It's funny where a few jokes can get you.
Oh, that's this
This
nigga
nigga
here.
is nice.
That's this nigga here.
This nigga is good.
That's this
Did I get my
nigga
Vlad
here.
on?
Boy,
Hold
you
on.
this
Yeah,
nigga
this-
is
What's that?
good.
What's that?
No, this nigga might be.
Oh,
What's the other
man.
nigga? The other nigga from
Nardwar.
this nigga
Nardwar.
good, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't that who you talking about?
How he know this?
Nah, I'm gonna tell you this, man.
Hold on, man. I gotta do my black youngster. How?
I know how. I'm gonna say it off.
Are you
I'm
the
gonna say it off
You better
there.
let me get it.
I'm gonna let him get his shit off though. I'm gonna let him get it.
Don't do that.
Well,
Let
don't
him
spoil
have
it
it.
for me. Don't spoil
Yeah,
it
I'm not
for
gonna
me. You
spoil
go
it for you.
first.
I'm gonna say it down. But not during the interview, nigga. Just give. I'm giving him just his props on his research.
Wow.
But it's funny where a few jokes can get you is actually, that's T saying.
Mm-hmm.
It was just at a point where the shit started to take off, and we just started experiencing shit that, man, we would have never thought we would have ever experienced, yo.
It might have been the Bad Boy tour.
Yeah, we on this Bad Boy tour backstage with Diddy, Mace, Kim,
DMX.
nigga.
We talking to DMX like we talking to y'all, right?
Yeah,
like,
nigga, we in
without,
the
without nobody setting up an interview or nothing. It's just like we just back there and he's
we
like,
in
hey,
the
yo.
Locks green room talking to
But how did all
Jada
this
and
happen?
everything.
Like, okay.
It's funny where a few jokes can get you.
Like,
All
bro,
because
Crazy.
niggas think I'm funny.
somebody recognized
Somebody
him in Charlotte.
recognized me in
was like,
Charlotte.
come out with us.
Was like, come
handsome
backstage
hat.
or whatever. Shout out the hat. And then Black Rob, we hung out with them, and he was like, yo, come to the next city.
DC.
So we went to
He
DC,
called me
nigga. We
like,
went
hey,
to
man, let's go to
Philly.
DC. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
supposed to
we
get
went
my
to
kids
Philly.
this
We
weekend.
saw was backstage in LA. We was just everywhere. And nigga getting the benefits of all the shit of being back there and everything. You know, like, and having stories. Like, we sitting in the green room with the Locks, everybody talking, swimming all over, whatever, everybody talking loud. Mary J. Blige hit the stage. And they got the monitor in the green room. and everybody's talking, and Jada Kiss is like, "Shut the fuck up."
Chic. It was Chic.
It was Chic.
I never forget because I was like, this nigga really is the
Shut
gangster.
the fuck up. The Queen's on stage, and I was like,
people know the story. Mary J kind of like got their record to right hands. Like she's from the spot, so she already knew of them. So she kind of like got their record to the right hands. Boom, boom, boom. They all work with Diddy, so like they have a high fucking aspiration for this woman.
But at the end of the day, it really is. Even if they didn't know her,
she's the queen.
It's Mary J. Blige, and I was sitting in the green room like,
it's like 20
why the fuck am I back here? Nigga, and I got to see Mary J. Blige beside the stage, not from the audience, from beside the stage.
That's a whole other feeling.
Right, on some Temptations movie shit where Paul is performing, and I'm behind the curtain, nigga. Watching Mary J. Blige do yo, I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And we standing on this side. It's famous people on the other side of the gate who can't even get access to where the fuck we are.
Wow. We're literally walking around. This is one that I always bring him up because for me, and Ryan too, he's like super famous to us, but he's behind the scenes to a lot of people. So we're walking and we're trying to find our entrance at the LA show, and we had a few porn star chicks with us. Like we trying to like really make sure
funny
we look
where a few jokes can get you.
And you know, and
you see this porn star.
Yeah. You see these titties, nigga. You see these titties, nigga.
It's called Funny Bone.
Shout out to Simone Taylor. And so somebody stop us. And it's like, yo, hey. Man, you're funny, man. I fuck with you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Yeah. And it's Brian Michael Cox. This nigga has the record. Like, he broke the Beatles record for, like, the most Grammys on Billboard.
Just most,
like, some shit.
Longest run on Billboard. Yeah. This nigga wrote Mariah Carey shit. He wrote Usher shit.
Like, he's just a hell of a fucking writer, right? And, like, most people would see him and think he's a regular Joe if they don't know the industry.
Right.
But, like, we're doing this, and he's like, yeah, he's giving him his props.
I was
and
like,
shit.
why does this nigga know who I am?
We're trying to stay humble in front of these titties. So me and Ron like, yo. Like,
yeah, we supposed to be here. So we can't act starstruck. Nigga walk in, nigga.
We walk off, me and Ron like,
ASAP, ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg there, Snoop and Dre performed. Kelly Rowland in the back.
The first time that Snoop, Dre, and Diddy had been on stage since the West Coast beef. We were there, nigga.
We were there.
What's for the people
when
watching,
Diddy gave $1 million to Howard in D.C.
We was there.
Right there on the side of the
when
stage.
Siegel got knocked out backstage, we was there.
Yeah, with Beanie Siegel. I
seen it on the internet.
Yeah, backstage
a couple years ago, right?
We were there. We was in Philly.
That's what we mean. That statement that you brought up, man. It's funny where a few jokes can get you because it's a play on words. It's a double entendre. It's funny where something can happen and it's like you're saying that the situation is funny, but we're actually saying it's funny because that's what we're in the business of. Where a few jokes can actually take you to.
Where it got us.
You get what I'm saying? Because we put in a lot of work, even with doing those videos, and he would ask me stuff, I would bounce stuff off him, I would send him videos, say, man, you need to do this way. I never was like, I see what he's doing, I'm about to do it too. No, let's fuel this engine. Let's do this. You know what I mean? So like everything that we got was on purpose, man. When I was doing jokes, man, I would get off stages and go start setting up the merchandise table. Yeah. I would be out there selling his t-shirts during the meet and greet. You know what I'm saying? The same meet and greet that y'all came through and you see me over there. Like before I would have a table selling their shirts and I still do it today. Right. You know what I mean? Like, cause for me, it's never too big for me. And to be a good boss, you got to understand what it is to be a soldier as well. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I never have a problem with going back to being a soldier cause I could do both. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people get their pride in the way and they be in the way of that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Where'd the nickname, was it Boot Daddy?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Fuck. Nigga's good, man.
Yeah, that's nigga.
Okay,
now,
tell your ancestors.
Now I'm sitting here like this nigga is really,
really good.
It's really good.
Nigga's Nardwar, bro.
Yes, this nigga's nice.
He's Nardwar.
So growing up, like I told you guys previously, that I used to have like parties. So like I started off having house parties. People would come to that. Then it got too big for a house party. We have backyard parties, and then it got too big for that, and the whole city would come out. So I started renting out a building. And I would do anywhere between 200 and 300 people. And I'm talking about teens to 22, 23-year-olds, right? And it became a thing that they look forward to. So it was like when Puff Daddy had the thing to turn into P. Diddy. So my nickname is Book with a K, like the college Duke. You know, just started with a B, right? Mm-hmm. So that would be my nickname, but then ladies and different people would like, man, like, you know, like you putting on, you know, like it became, the daddy came with it, right? And a strange story I have about that, my father, God rest his soul, he was about to go to prison, so he's having this going away party, which is a big thing in the South. I don't think they do it up north. But when you're about to go to prison, you got a date that have this like going away party. We're going to have this thing, right? So my dad comes to me at this party that he has this venue, and he's like mad. I'm like, what's wrong? He was like, who the fuck you done told to come up here? You ain't even supposed to be in here at the time. I'm like 16, 17. And I got like just a couple of my friends that he also know, right? We're not supposed to be in this venue at this age. I'm like, what do you mean? I ain't tell nobody to come up here. It's like the line outside of motherfuckers trying to get in here. So we go outside, and I see a lot of people I go to high school with, a lot of people from other high schools, and they're all lined up. It's like 30 people. And they like, man, none of these people got ID. They can't come in. What happened was they heard that Book Daddy was having a party. But it really was Book's daddy. Book's father.
Oh, okay.
Was having a party. Yeah. And I literally had to just turn all those people away, and they were sad, upset. I'm like, nah, it's not me. It's like,
it's
not
my
me.
Father.
But
I'm dying laughing because I'm like,
and I still go through it today. Listen, that happened.
Like,
and my dad was pissed until like I had to turn people away, and I'm telling like, you probably just turned away like $300, but cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they was willing to pay whatever at that point, because they've gotten dressed, they came out. And still to this day at 36 years old, like I walk around, there's some men and women that like I'll hear that shouted out, and I know that they know me from that era as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it still sticks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's great, man. You do good work, man. You do good work.
What's some of the craziest things y'all seen in y'all's DMs?
DMs, that would be him. I remember one time we was driving, and he told me how the fame had started to transition. Mm-hmm. And it's a word I never thought I would two words I never thought I would put together, and it's called random nudes.
Random.
Not we have an establishment, we have a connection.
I've never met you.
Other nudes.
Never had a hello. It was like titties, ass, pussy, different angles.
And that's when that's one of them times.
Hey, I'm Ashley.
Not only that.
This is my left lip. Yeah. This is my right lip.
They would have on a Who the Hell is Ron Davis t-shirt too, with their ass out, and I was like,
it's on.
It's started.
It's on. But it's
now my DMs not
now,
so much.
But now they don't think I'll see it, so they don't send them no more. Because they be thinking I got somebody working the
filtering them out.
You got what you got to do is let them know that you see.
I keep trying to tell them.
No, he does. He goes on live and tell them like, if you. Really
I do see those titties y'all sending,
because I don't know you're real.
Yeah.
So you got like international titties in your phone right now.
Man, that would take me saving them. You think that
you don't
save?
You think that I press the save button on my phone?
That's ridiculous.
And then go into photos on my phone and then look at these hoes?
Man, first off, my phone would I would never save. But Android users can tell you sometimes when people send you stuff, there's a folder that just keeps it. And I've tried to delete the contents of that folder all the time. It just keeps coming back.
That's like DNA. It's just there.
Somehow mine got connected to my ex's Gmail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, we were already exes at the time. I just still certain things I didn't want her to see. And I'm like, hey. You know, that kind of puts the stamp on that. You know, there's no going back now. You know what I mean? But
and this is the crazy part, too,
I don't ever want a Gmail again.
This is the thing about, that's another reason why I'm not in a relationship. I'm fucking with the cloud. Because I'm sitting here like, there's nothing I'll ever be able to do to stop women from sending me nudes. First off, there's nothing I ever want to do.
I don't want to stop.
But let's say I get in a relationship and it's frowned upon by my lady.
Okay.
There's nothing I ever could do to stop them, right?
Yeah,
right. To ever be able to stop them. Right.
You can block them after they come.
I could only imagine if, like, my significant other was dumb enough to go through my phone and see all that shit and then be like, and get an attitude. Because the one thing you have to know if you're dealing with anybody in the public eye is you have to share them with the world.
Right, right.
I don't belong to you. I belong to the world. And I belong to the world before I belong to you.
I belong to these streets, baby.
I was a hoe before I met you.
It ain't even about
let the streets have me.
It ain't about the whole shit. Like, sometimes your significant other be like, you know, I ain't heard from you all day, but you was on social media. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's actually how I got here.
That's how I'm getting my money.
That's how I make my money.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's what got me here. That's part of your attraction to me.
Yeah, you actually. How'd you find out about me again? Yeah. Social media? Oh, that's fucking crazy. Right. The fuck are you talking about? So it just gets to this point where it's just like, you know, I'd rather just not do it. I think one day I'm gonna end up married though. Yeah. I can see it. I can see me and both of my wives being like.
Just extremely happy.
Just extremely happy, dog. Just,
you feel me?
I see it.
That makes sense.
You did, hold up, because I was watching this probably like a couple weeks ago, but I seen you do the council court. Who was that? That was Patrick?
Yeah, Patrick Cloud would be on there. CP be on there. Ron Taylor.
Patrick's pretty funny.
Keisha E. Teddy Ray. Tony Baker. Me and Tony Baker went head to head. This is not out yet.
Okay, I want to see that one.
Tony Baker's a funny one.
Tony Baker funny
Tony
as fuck.
Baker's silly as shit, man.
Patrick,
He funny too, though.
Patrick is funny, bro. Didn't he? You haven't did the roast me though, right?
No. This is crazy. I said that I wanted to do roast me, right? They said, "Are you sure you ready for that?" Oh. I was like, "Nigga, never mind."
I'm gonna keep it king.
Like,
the funniest person to me on roast me is Craig.
Craig
He
Smith.
funny. He be going hard on that.
Yeah,
Patrick funny too, but he like his dreads stink. I don't know. Patrick do. Patrick look like he do. I'm not trying to roast. I'm not just saying.
Prepares well.
I be sitting him back there reading the shit.
But like,
he be sitting back,
not even like it's the fact that he puts that much effort into individual preparation. You know what I'm saying? It's more like battle rap when you know who you're going up. You can hear some battles and say, okay, that person could have spit those bars for anybody. But when it's directed to somebody, Craig is well at prepared for people. So he knows who's in the room, and he's not just going to come up with shit that he can say to any old body.
Yours, what was it? Because was it the Democrats? Which one?
I did jump in on that one. That one was Keisha E. and Ron Taylor versus
Which one was
CP.
you on? Which one was you on? My bad. I'm not.
Nah, I did that. I was a
6ix9ine.
I was a witness, and then I turned into I just went ahead and started talking on behalf of the Republican Party.
Making sure I'm
that shit just went viral. Oh nah, man, it's these guys.
Y'all was saying some true shit though.
Yeah,
it was real true shit.
Defiant Digital. They created that, man.
That's where it is. Defiant
Digital,
but
man.
it's still on All Def Digital.
It's not on All Def.
Okay, my fault. That's my fault.
And that's why I wish Defiant would have changed their name to just left the digital out of it.
It
you
makes
know what I mean?
feel connected.
If they
would get more views.
Yeah, if they had done like Defiant Entertainment or something like that.
The digital is too close.
The digital is too close to All Def Digital, and people every time they see me out, they're like, "I saw you on All Def."
I just said it.
I was like, "You've never seen me on All Def."
I swear to God, I thought.
Other than that one thing at the Chinese.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've done a few things, but I'm like recently, no, you ain't nobody seen me on All Def in easily 5 years. I'm thinking.
You know what? But then they got Patrick, I guess, and the digital. They're digital on there, and then the same people on there. Yeah. That shit, because I hear they say it's my fault.
So, for example, like you saying that to a friend at the barbershop, right. How you feel about it is Patrick, it's Ryan, it's on this digital platform. They're automatically going to go search All Def Digital and go through their views looking for that. They're not going to find it.
Right. And
so you said it's not going to get the views that it possibly could have if it was Defiant Entertainment, and you're at the barbershop telling people it's on Defiant Entertainment. They're gonna go down.
Now keep it king though. Is that shit really improv? Because it's funny as fuck. But it was like, improv.
I think you have the perspective already.
I'm like, damn, because that is very good.
I think you have the perspective and where you're supposed to stand, which side you're supposed to stand on.
I almost feel insulted, man.
Because it's so good. And I'm being honest. Because it's that good.
It's complimenting you because
I'm complimenting you.
It is 100% improv.
If that's 100% improv, nigga, that's funny.
I think the only thing you have is that you're either the plaintiff or the defense, right? That's all you have.
Because imagine somebody writing a song.
Are we for it or against it?
That's all you know.
Now I'll take notes because at the end of the if you ever watch an episode,
for a trial.
Yeah, it's a trial. So if you ever watch the episode while the other person talking, I'll start writing. I'll start taking notes.
Okay, how I'm gonna counter that.
How I'm gonna counter that.
But you don't know. He don't know what CP's gonna say.
I have no idea what this nigga is gonna say. There is no script, nothing.
He's funny on that.
Yeah, and he's smart as shit too. That nigga, man. Shout out to CP. But this nigga time is coming. CP has been one of the best
writers
in LA by far for a long time.
Well respected by his peers.
Yeah. And now shit is really starting to go for him.
Shout out to CP.
Man, shout out to CP, man.
You have a.
They be getting on his ass in that classroom.
Oh yeah,
they be getting on his ass. He be
Nigga,
having some good jokes.
I'm
but
telling you,
they be getting on his ass.
I've never I've seen him hold his own and win consistently when it comes to roasting.
Oh yeah,
I've
he
only
funny
seen
as
this
fuck.
nigga take a L one time.
Funny as fuck.
Nigga, we was doing Billy Sorrell's roast in Houston, Texas.
And he does. Yeah.
My nigga Black Ron put on a clinic that night. He put on a clinic. He was destroying everybody. Everybody. No, I was so glad because they did 2 shows. I was on the first show. Ron did the second show. They asked me to do the second show, and I didn't do it because I ain't feel like doing it no more. You know what I mean? I ain't prepared to do 2 completely different roasts or whatever. And then I fucked around and was watching. And while Ron was roasting, I was like, thank God I wasn't on this. This nigga was in the zone. You hear him? He couldn't miss. Now, you know when you in roasting and be like, that's a good joke. It's a good joke. That was all right. It was like, boom, boom, haymakers, over and over and over. Nigga, Boo Capone had on like a corduroy suit jacket.
You know, he looked old as hell.
Man, he told that nigga, he was like, he said this nigga, blazer was made out of an old person's couch. Then that nigga started singing furniture stores, jingles and shit. Nigga, crowd dying. He was talking about how big CP eyes are. He was like, CP knows his time of death. He said he could see so far in the goddamn future. He's like, he said CP be going to cities and warning people of what's to come.
If you do comedy, do you like if you're a comedian, do you gotta like is that a like if people rap, they be like, oh, you gotta know how to freestyle. So if you're a comedian, do you gotta know how to roast?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing about comedy.
That's just another element to it.
For me, roasting isn't that great of a skill to me.
It depends on what you're saying.
And
I love it. Yeah, exactly. Because I love it.
No. We didn't say that. We're not watering it down. We're saying the skill of it.
Is that part of the training process?
No.
I just feel like the skill level isn't very high. Because with me, no.
It depends on what you're saying.
I'm gonna get some insight on that. See, where we come from.
When you roast, though, people, this is what people forget when they talk about roaster section.
Right.
When y'all see Roast Me or any of these shows, you are seeing a edited down version of stuff. If you ever in a roast session, most of that shit gonna be garbage. Most of it is gonna be trash. It's most of the time niggas is good. Niggas is laughing just to give it.
Yeah, so if you
a little bit more than what it was.
20 minutes of golden shit, it's an hour and a half total that they were in there.
Same thing. People love wilding out.
Some shit don't land.
People love wilding out.
There's a lot of shit on there.
A lot of shit bomb on there, and they don't never make it to the show. Really? Yeah, that's the way it works.
He was on Wild, not on, but he went to the little thing.
But yeah, I mean, we grew up in a neighborhood where your mama jokes and shit like that was normal. It wasn't like that wasn't considered bullying. You know what I'm saying? So like for a 23-year-old that's doing Roast Me, he may be training himself to do that because that's become the way of the world for him because it's been publicized. But for us, we grew up doing that. So going into it, we didn't have to train ourselves on how to hold our own in a battle with somebody. And then most of the time it happens over lunch. Right, like it's not like let's get in front of a microphone.
It's like the training for Pokemon.
Man, we be in the car on the way to the next show.
I met him roasting him pretty much.
And different cities have different styles. Like people, it's this style in Memphis that it's funny to me, but it runs its course very quickly with me. And people in roasting too, they'll overtalk you. It ain't like they go your joke, my joke, or whatever. Some
they
people
try to like be 3 or 4 and you
just to stop you from getting off, but
and control the crowd.
Yeah, this Memphis style that does make me laugh. They do alliteration. They were like, "You lovable lizard looking."
I was about to say that. Yeah. Not on Memphis, but on cutting when you say like it's levels, and I guess on where you're from, like me. When I like hearing people, we call it cutting, not roasting. I'm just saying roasting so y'all understand.
That's what I'm saying. It's all cut. Everybody says it's different.
The one like when people like go like that and they be like looking ass, I just think that's the lowest level.
Yeah,
of
it's so easy.
Head looking ass, head ass. Like, that's what I got. Like when nobody said, like I had told you this. This nigga said, if a shark bit you, it'd get high blood pressure. Oh, fat ass nigga. That's hilarious. Like okay, that's funny. As opposed to saying, you so fat. You jump in there and get stuck. Like, oh my God, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or you facial looking ass. Like, bro, that shit ain't funny. So exactly what you're saying
face
is like,
ass.
Yeah, face ass. Like, bro, that shit ain't even funny.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's most of it.
Billy Sorrell does that a lot.
But yeah, but Billy. But this is the thing about Billy. Billy's actually good at it. The problem is, I think it's just. Like I said, there's different styles for everywhere, but when you see somebody do it well, they do it well. And I do have an appreciation for different styles. Like I was saying, the Memphis style. I have an appreciation for that because I never seen a nigga saying you look like a passionate portable pollywog. Like some nigga.
Portable poly. Oh, you hit them with the 3 P's.
Nah, they'll use the same letter over and over again, hit you every single. I was like, man.
I'm like, these niggas.
Yeah.
This nigga is roasting me.
And they do it so fast. I was like, nigga, how are you thinking of these many words to start with the same letter? Is there a style
of comedy? Like, you got
There's tons. There's tons. But for me, my style of comedy, it's always going to be intellectual. It's always going to be misdirection. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're never going to know what I'm going to say. The punchline, I set you up for the punchline crazy. Like,
so let the viewers know that it's okay to have different styles.
Yeah.
Do not, I repeat, do not subscribe to having to just be put in a box.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Be authentic. That way when you derive your jokes, you don't have to reach.
Is me. I've always joked that way.
Yeah. That way you never have to reach. If you come up with material that you're living, you won't have to go back and say, how do I write this? Oh, I thought of something funny. How do I make it funny? No, it's going to be funny, but make it yours.
I'm a misdirection person because I'm a backhanded compliment person.
So you slap them, then compliment.
Yeah, you compliment them, but it's like when I say, oh, shit, I like them shoes, niggas be like, oh, here it go.
Right, exactly.
Oh, here it go.
Yeah. But that means you really like it.
Because I'm really like this. This is how I am.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, girl, you look nice. What's wrong with my outfit?
What's wrong with my outfit?
Doing a stand-up, let me ask you, because I love stand-up. Just watching it, I'm just a fan of Def Comedy. Just watching stand-up, right? I've noticed a lot of the new comedians that's coming up lately within like the last couple of years, and this is just me. Y'all probably know more about it because y'all are on the road and you get to see more insight. Are they giving off more of Kevin Hart impressions, like, or mannerisms, and they be like, nope, I wasn't gonna. I be looking at certain comedians
because this is what you got to understand too.
The same thing.
That's the same little manner, like
exactly.
And that's why I asked.
But that's why I go back to. I remember J. Cole, 50 Cent did it once too. And they literally lock themselves away while they create their album, and they just don't listen to the radio and stuff like that because it's a natural thing for that to get inside of your brain and come out of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they may not be doing it on purpose, but it happens.
But have y'all noticed it or am I tripping?
I've seen it, but
no,
for me,
but
I don't know them prior to. I don't know them prior to Kevin either.
But this is the thing. Once in a generational comics influence the next generation of comics.
Always have.
So all the times when you was watching Def Comedy Jam and stuff like that, it all seemed original to you because you had never seen prior. So the people who are watching the people today, it all seems original to them because they never saw early Kevin.
Right. I get it.
And so you got to see early Kevin, so you're going, nigga, you're just doing Kevin. Right. But it's older people who saw Def Comedy Jam and all that other shit and was like,
people too.
Niggas is just doing prior. And it's the same thing. It's up to the individual to make the decision. There's times where I'll do something and people go, he's doing Patrice O'Neal.
I like Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah, but the people who influence you are the people who influence you. I don't ever do Patrice O'Neal, but the thing is, Patrice O'Neal has said a lot of things over the years that I believe is 100% factual. I believe in a lot of the philosophies that, you know what I mean, he put forth. He did his research on human behavior, and my comedy is always about human behavior. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So there may be something I talk about there, like Patrice talked about that. Yeah, nigga, because we both talk about human behavior, but it's not. It's like you
talking about a damn grizzly bear getting a salmon.
Yeah, I ain't talking about none of this shit. So it's like if somebody goes to a therapist And then somebody goes to another therapist and they're like, oh, you stole that from my other therapist. Nigga, I ain't even seen your other fucking therapist do that, nigga. We both came to the same conclusion, nigga. You crazy. Like, it's more of that than it is. But, you know, you got to roll with it. When some people say, you just got to appreciate, you know, if somebody says, you sound like Patrice, it's just a compliment, man. I'm not going to argue with people or whatever, because one thing I'll never do is do somebody else's material. Right. If I ever say anything like somebody else,
I'll trash it.
I'll trash it the moment I realize I did it.
I did a new joke one time, then I seen it on Kevin Hart's thing, and I was like, that's similar to what I just did, and I never did it again. It's not worth it for me. It's too much funny in the world.
Yeah, it's too much shit you can come up with. Like, I got a bit that I did at Chocolate Sundays, murdered, right? Did 1 million views on YouTube, did 1 million views on Facebook, did it like wherever it was posted, it was killing. And then a lot of niggas say, Patrice got a bit like that. Does Patrice have a bit like that? Yeah, he has a bit like that. Mm-hmm. How close are they together? 15%. At best. At best, 15%. But people who want to discredit you will see 15% similar.
And that's enough for them.
And that's enough for them to go, oh, this nigga stole his whole
every
shit.
Car got 4 wheels. You trying to be like Ford. Like, nigga,
yeah, it's
every car got 4 wheels,
Every car got
nigga.
4 wheels, nigga.
But check my
You got a
engine.
windshield on there. Nigga, that's one got a windshield on there too, nigga.
You had a question, brother?
Yeah. So, is it true that, you know, in order to make this comedy shit happen, there was times that y'all pretty much got a car and no license for neither
one of us had license, nigga.
Well, give me a story. Give me that story.
You want me to go? You want me to go?
Nigga, go ahead, bro.
From my perspective, okay, so, like, again, we started this thing at home first. So there was no traveling at first. It was just we were trying to get people out to come see not only him, but a lot of his friends and comedians that he had met. We were booking them to come into the city to do these shows, right? So it was a huge thing. And one of the biggest shows, we got lucky, and he ran into Michael Blackston in a neighboring city. It's like, hey, man, I see that you're on your way past where I'm from. Is it possible we can give me like a discounted rate? We had you stop by there, which we call a money grab. You know, I'm passing there anyway. One more night, pick up a couple $1,000s, boom. So it was a huge thing for our city, you know, and that happened. And then start getting the notoriety, start getting the respect, start getting booked outside of our state, right? And in the process of that, okay, the comedy club is sending Ryan to Augusta, Georgia, and Columbus, Georgia. Columbia, Georgia, right? So I'm like, I didn't even
know. You saying Georgia. Yes.
Yeah, Columbus.
Okay,
so I'm like, cool. So we got to go down there. So the comedy club got 2 bookings. We're going to get a box of T-shirts. Now we got to get a rental car. That now we got to find somebody to rent the car for us.
Because neither one of us can rent the motherfucker. We ain't got no license.
Now we got to drive the car. Now, only income we got, I think at the time, I was working at the warehouse. And no, you weren't working no more at this time. We hadn't got at Sam's yet.
No, I left.
Yeah, so like it's like, okay, bro, look, I got $350.
I just left. Yeah, I just left. I
got $350. Let's go. Mind you, the trip ain't making $350. He getting paid like $300 a show, but he got to get 60% of that back to the club once we get home.
Nigga, so they were like, yeah, man.
Mind
they were like,
you,
yeah, we'll pay you $125. And I get there and they give me a $300 check. They were like, and then you be like, hey, they gave me a $300 check.
Yeah, bring the rest back to me.
Yeah, bring me that 180 back. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Damn. Right. So mind you, I'm okay with giving my money. Let's go do this, boom, whatever needs to get done. At the time, I'm not even doing comedy. I'm not even doing comedy. I'm just the man. I'm just this homeboy. We going to get this done, whatever we need to do. I'm going to be selling these T-shirts on the side. That's how we going to make up the effort. You get what I'm saying? So they got a room booked for them. I'm calling ahead. Hey, you think you can turn that room into a double bed? Yeah. And if they can't, I'm sleeping at the foot. Yeah, exactly. You get what I'm saying? That's what we doing, right? So then when we get to the comedy club, he's opening up for somebody else that's the headliner, right? But they putting him on this because that headliner can't sell the tickets. We're trying to put this new guy on here that's trying to like blowing up on the internet. Maybe more people will come out, right? So we get there. The crowd is not his crowd. It's the headliner's crowd. So now he has to be the talent that goes up and win them over. I'm in the lobby trying to sell T-shirts. We'll have 5, maybe 6 people that really came out for him, They're cold hard fans of his, right? And sometimes we're in cities I didn't even know existed. Clayton, North Carolina. Like, where the fuck?
Yeah, nigga.
I didn't know they had a comedy.
Pipestem, West Virginia.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So, like, we're doing shit like that, and they're saying, okay, well, we'll give you an entree. You can eat, right? Just him. I'm not supposed to be here. So he like, hey, listen, I'm going to eat the meat. You eat the mashed potatoes. We'll split the biscuit. That's dinner. Mind you, been on the road for 5 hours, right? We get to the hotel room. We waking up every morning to go get the continental breakfast, which is really an apple, banana, dry cereal. That shit with me.
I don't be caring.
Nigga,
and I'm taking extra.
That was it, man, for a while. And driving back home 6 hours to go give them 60 to 70% of the check. And at the best, we never breaking even in finances.
It's never a win.
It's never a win. But we're putting the road work in, and also it built us to trust each other, to be okay with sleeping in a car together, to see each other going through the struggle together. You get what I'm saying? To see the sacrifice. So now we don't do that. The bill came for brunch today, and he grabbed it. You know, like, that's just that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not that. You feel me? And I joke with him sometimes. Like, I got off the plane here today. We pulled up at Macy's instead of the hotel. You know what I mean? Like, we in the mall, and he like, just grab, bro. So, like, that type of shit is like, for me, it keeps me okay with being who I am, and for him to be who he is, because I know it doesn't go unnoticed.
Yeah. One thing, and just some true shit, just for both of y'all, all jokes aside, you know, you usually hear people that's either becoming successful, trying to be successful, or already successful, and you ask them, yo, how'd you get there? And they don't give the story that y'all giving, right? They give you, oh shit, nigga, I was grinding hard, I met such and such, put some money into it.
People don't like the mirror in front of them.
And even the viewers that's hearing this,
they don't want to talk about Ooch that invested early on.
Right. And that's what I mean. Just off what you guys are saying, that it gives inspiration to anyone. Not only when that's one of
I tell you,
but to do anything to where like, yo,
it
bro,
makes it hard. But this is
look what could possibly happen if you don't give it.
But I'm gonna tell you. But I'm gonna tell you, man.
It takes a team for the success to happen the right way.
But I'm gonna tell you. I used to do the whole, if I can do it, you can do it thing, right? Because we had nothing, nigga. Like you said, we ain't had no license. We splitting. Goddamn.
I could tell. There was times when Ryan would come to the crib, but I could tell when Ryan was hungry. I would order pizza in and be okay with him eating 5 slices out of the 8. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can understand that. Like, as if I got it, I've always been that type, even with my friends. If I got it, we got it.
But this is the thing. But this is one time we went live, we was like, man, we hungry. Here's the address. Niggas was just sending pizza, ordering food, everything. And that's when we was like, it's funny where a few jokes can get you.
And now I be pissed off when he don't use that leverage. Like, nigga, go live.
So, I
want some sushi.
So, but my thing is, I used to be everybody can do it. But everybody can do whatever's in their purpose. I don't tell people anybody can do everything, because I've realized over time that I'm a once in a generation talent at this. I realize that a lot of the stuff that I'm not good at, I happen to have people around me who are great at it. A lot of times, man, shit just gotta line up. It's just gotta line up. So I don't even push that on people. Anybody can do it. Nah, sometimes, what could have happened if we ain't had no license driving to Augusta, Georgia, and we got pulled over?
That's rough.
That's what I'm saying.
I was waiting for those people.
There's so many breaks you get. There's so many
facts.
There's so many breaks you get, to the point where it's now I'm just like grateful. I know that there was just divine intervention, dog. You know what I mean?
That's why we don't complain.
There's that old shit. There's that old shit. I left my phone. Let me go back in there. That probably kept me from getting into the car accident that would have ruined all of this.
2 more minutes.
It's just telling you. It's just a.
We had a tire blowout Easter Sunday. And the perspective on it is what changes everything. Like, we could have looked at that as a whole disaster, but look at where we at. 4 or 5 years ago, a tire blowout on the highway coming back from shows,
in that car.
We would be fucking just strung out. Like it's Easter Sunday, everything is closed. Like there's no help. But we're in a better financial situation. We have a friend with us that has AAA. You know, his family has. You know what I mean? Like everything we needed, we had it with us, right? And we're down about it until we see the blessing in it instead of the catastrophe.
When we didn't have nothing, you know what didn't happen?
We never got down.
We never got a flat tire. Never got a flat tire until we were able to handle. God won't give you more than what you can handle, my nigga. I'm trying to tell you. If it's just like you do your part. Do your part. And if it's meant to be, well, you gonna miss. There's a lot of stuff that other people hit that you'll miss.
On a lot of those rentals,
man.
That we wasn't even supposed to been driving.
The
lady friend that got the rental came and brought it to us.
Exactly. I know how it go.
We out of state with her shit.
Gotta trust you not to fuck it up.
You get what I'm saying?
You fuck it up, her shit fucked up.
She gave it to 2 unlicensed niggas that don't have car insurance of their own.
She had great faith.
Nigga, if I wreck this motherfucker in Georgia, it's staying in Georgia.
Staying in Georgia.
And look, my ass gonna
stay here too.
I'm on a Greyhound. Fuck her. She's dumb. She shouldn't have got us in the first place. She'll get over it.
Go ahead and read the comments, man. See what some of the folks are saying, man. I know they've been.
All right, so shout out to my dude D Wayne. He said great interview as always. Ain't D, she said, and again, we just read the comments, so some of these are gonna come in on questions that we fucking or some shit that we said earlier.
Okay, you feel me? We used to it.
Ain't D, we call her Ain't D. She said that's wisdom. I'm sure she's speaking on what you speaking on, and she said speak on it. I'm going from the bottom to the top. D Live, what up? He said, yo. Star said not again. These are old comments. She said not responsibly horrible. That's you.
That was a real word.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Claude. Everybody just tuning in, saying what up.
Bad. Okay.
Y'all keep the comments coming
in.
I'm about to read.
You got 2 production companies?
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
301 Studios, Hot 30 Entertainment, man.
I'm so happy for that.
Yeah.
Because it was like early on, I used to tell them all the time, man, you need to monetize and get all this shit together, and you can just get all this fucking money. Fuck the people.
It's a lot of money, man.
So what we gonna do with it though? Are we thinking
it'll fund the special. It'll fund my first movie. It'll fund production for, like, if I shoot a pilot to pitch to HBO or Netflix or anything like that. Anything I could possibly want to do. If I want to do plays like Tyler Perry or do my own movies or whatever, the money there for that.
Independent. That way you already have something at the table when somebody wants to involve themselves with you. Right. He already has established that independently I can take care of this myself. Now, if you come in, we can negotiate something where you can help me be put on a bigger platform, but I got this. And I love that. You're not going in there meeting asking for shit.
One of the things people always try to leverage is need. Right. I would like to work with you,
but I don't need to.
I don't need to work. And that changes the dynamic of any negotiation.
Right.
Because once somebody feels like you need them, they're going to try to over leverage. When I come to you, I'm like, nah, I'm coming to you because I like what you do. I respect you as an artist. I respect the craft. I respect your professionalism. That's why I'm coming to you. I think together we can create something special.
Boom. Other than I'm going to give you this money and I'm going to take creative control from you.
Yeah.
Right. And as an artist, especially with what we do, creative control is too important.
It's too important for me, nigga.
Dave Chappelle
flew to Africa because he couldn't have creative control.
Yeah,
nigga, that's how much it'll drive you crazy not to have creative control, nigga.
Chappelle produced Earthquake's new special, and if you watch it, it doesn't look like he produced it. It's completely Earthquake's mindset. Where he wanted to shoot it at, the angles and everything, it looks nothing like Chappelle's work.
Nothing like a Dave special.
Only thing I think, only time Dave Chappelle was in it is when he introduced him.
Exactly. So like that's what we mean by having.
And that shit was funny as hell. That shit was hilarious.
So Quake had already put in the work, done the material, and came to the table with something for Dave to get involved with. You can't come like, hey man, I need y'all help. I'm dope as fuck. I don't have a damn thing.
Yeah, I have nothing. Believe in me.
Right.
I'm like,
won't you show me something? I ain't got nothing to show you.
Right.
But believe in me.
I know you said you aiming for a special too. Are you working on that right now? Is that just in the works?
Yeah, it's in the works.
Okay. Tell me a joke right now from the goddamn special.
We got one show tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a show tonight.
Of course.
If you want to come to the Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club, please do.
Time is starting.
That's a good question.
7. I think it's 7 p.m.
Starting
tonight.
at 7 p.m. Y'all know what Laugh Out Loud is. Come on, man. Y'all know where that's at. Y'all know where that's at.
Y'all know where.
You
I
feel
keep
me?
looking at this nigga. He like, for me, he just got like a wizard hat on right now.
Me?
Nigga Ace right here, like he's just about to pull another question out his ass about a girl I dated in middle school.
And he know her specific.
Right?
He gonna tell you her name.
Yeah, he gonna be
blood
like,
type.
What
I'm
about
still waiting on him to name your first baby mama. I feel like it's on the way.
What about what happened with that when she used to didn't laugh at your jokes? But told you it was funny. Like, damn, nigga, how you know that?
Let me ask you, have y'all, and I know we wrapping up, but have you always, well, I know that you were doing the clubs and the party thing before, but was it just something that you picked up on and said, you know, I'm about to start making videos, I'm funny? Or would you always wanted to be a comedian?
I want to ask you about your background, matter of fact. How do you choose your background? Because sometimes it might just be that bathroom door.
That's what everybody
Hold on,
thinks
let
is
me
a
ask my
bathroom
question.
door.
No, but they don't understand it. That was all that was there. Like if you look at the earlier Odell Beckham videos and stuff, you see a lot of your parents' living room where you stay there. It's like wherever we were at. The bathroom door thing became, or the closet door.
Yeah, it's
it
a
was
closet,
like,
walk-in closet.
I can go in there and be by myself without nobody coming in.
It was the quietest place in the house. There wasn't even no strategy. It was the quietest place
if
in the
I
house.
go in there, nobody.
I
can
lock
come in the room
myself
and
in the
have to start
closet.
over.
Y'all won't hear everybody fucking screaming.
Yeah.
So that's all it was, really, man. You just use whatever you have, and then it turned out to be a staple. It's turned out that when people saw me in front of the door, they be like, "Oh, hey, time to watch this." Oh yeah, yo, this ain't no promo shit. This nigga about to go in.
Yeah,
he in front of the closet
and the
door.
best thing you did with those videos early on, I remember us having this conversation at my mom's
So I still
crib.
kept doing it. I moved to LA
and kept doing
it in front of the closet door. Nigga doing it in the walk-in closet.
Familiarity. If they see him with a different background, they'll stroll past it because it don't look the same.
Well, this one ain't gonna be fun.
Right? And they might not even recognize him.
That's
how bad that is. They may not even recognize him. Like, oh damn, I didn't even know that was Ryan Davis because like that don't look like what I've been seeing and I love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also with your cutaways. Ryan can film himself from this angle and then go here for the next 15 seconds and then go back here for the next 10 seconds and it looks chopped up and it keep you engaged opposed to one 1 minute video of me just talking straight to the camera. You know, it's like it's not that engaging.
Right.
But by doing the cutaways and different angles, it's like it seems like you're watching like a continuous plot thing get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I've always liked that about his videos.
Man,
all right. Where can we find everybody at? I mean,
social media.
Give your social media out anyway.
You can find me at Ryan Davis Comedy on OnlyFans.
Right.
No, y'all don't want to go to that one? Cool. Ryan Davis Comedy on Instagram. You can just Ryan Davis on Facebook or With All Due Offense on YouTube. And if you want to support the movement, the production studio, the production company, my 301 Studios on Patreon. That would be
spell Patreon because a lot of people don't spell Patron.
Yeah, Patreon.
Patron website.
REON Patreon.
And then what about you, King? Where can we find you out on
T Springs Comedian on Instagram. No underscore. I had another page that I can't get back into. So it's T Springs Comedian, just one word. And T is not TEE. It's just the letter T Springs. T Springs Comedian, my Instagram. That's why I got a lot of stuff that I do most of my stuff on. So I think that's the best place for you guys to follow me at. My Facebook is more of a private thing. Okay. You know what I mean? That's why I be trying to get my hoes on Facebook. Instagram. I trying to keep it cordial and business.
Instagram for the people.
So if you trying to fuck, you find me on Facebook.
Yeah. He put the voice on with it and everything.
He put the voice. If you trying to fuck. Stretch the youth. You trying to fuck.
Skip the middleman. You know what I mean? Let's skip all the whatnots.
That's
you
me
feel me? Like Jigga said, let's skip all the whatnots. You feel me?
That nigga say, you sent me some titties and it say seen, I seen it. That was me that seen that.
Nobody runs my page, so whatever you seen is for my eyes only.
Already. Then, of course, Laugh Out Loud tonight.
Tonight, we got one show tonight, 7 p.m., but we will be back in the area in Houston, July 16th at the House of Blues. Ron will be doing a one-night only show there, so July 16th is supposed to be a big movie. There's a lot of surprises with that show, so you guys look forward. If you hear this interview after tonight, can't make it, July 16th in Houston. How far is that from here for you guys?
Like 3 hours.
3 hours, that ain't bad, man. Y'all can do that. You know what I mean? We had some people fly in the other day just to see him out of North Carolina. So that was a big thing for us. When we see people put that kind of dedication to his work, we make sure we go out the way. We seen a couple. They had just recently got married. We was out for brunch the other day, and they introduced themselves. They was very polite. They did it the right way, didn't go too crazy. So then we ended up bumping into them at a nightclub.
Rude as hell.
We bumped into them at a nightclub, and I went out my way to make sure that they can get individual pictures with him. You know, that type of stuff matters to us and the fans.
Man,
when they find in the section,
you know, you can catch us, man, on Facebook, RadioActive Podcast. Same thing on YouTube, RadioActive Podcast, and Instagram, RadioActive_podcast.
All right, and then mine, official Lambo Warren, and he don't know his Instagram, so his is at AC at Ace Boogie 1388. You feel me? So official Lambo Warren, Ace Boogie 1388, man.
Yo,
for real.
This is RadioActive.
Hey,
peace.